The Adventurers Guild has forbidden the use of the gate and the ruins are sealed. You should ask Samuel what happened. Yep, I was about to go do my side quests when, this event dropped on me. So, let's go see what's going on with Samuel.
You asked the Guildmaster why the magic gate on the outskirts of town has been sealed off. Samuel says the gate had become unstable, and it was impossible to know where you'd end up, so he had it sealed. Perhaps the gate's appearance was a side effect of Mornian's gate rune usage. It may be tied to the crumbled runestone, but you have no choice. You tell Samuel that you'll accept the risk and coerce him into allowing you to use the gate. Samuel relents, but also suggests going to the stable and renting a horse as an alternative. You can travel by horse or magic. However, the gate will now drop you at a random location, unlike before.
I can't believe we can coerce this guy to do anything. So we can now use the stables. Departing from the gate will now lead to a random location.
You venture into the Lost Woods to ask the hermit about the ancient dragon.
Well, you say that's what we do, but... I thought the entrance was over here to the stables. I'm clearly crazy. Oh, sorry, buddy. Alright, so this kind of ties into the online component of the game. But we are not going to be messing with that at all. We're going to use the stables simply to get to where we need to go. So, you have to pay 600 gold to use the stables. Now we are taxed to go to any stage we want to go to. Oh boy. There's the Lost Woods, but we gotta do our side quest first, so I will catch you guys once we get back to that.
Welcome back.
Henrietta's Dolls. A dancing doll was discovered behind the hidden door in Henrietta's room. The mechanics of the automatic doll's movements were created by applying golem magic to machinery, which comes as a disappointment to the requester. Henrietta had not been trying to replicate the human body, nor create artificial power. She had sought the smaller wonder of love. The automatic doll will dance forever, as if seeking to protect the dreams of her deceased master. Art by Akira Murakami. Well, if you like doll joints, and that is a thing, then maybe this artwork's for you. That said, level up. Now, do I have 3 points? I gotta have something worthwhile. Let's see, Deep Pocket's gonna be a while, Evasion's gonna be a while. This stuff is highly secondary, so let's go over to Amazon's main skill list. Player must be 23 to get any more Deadly Revolution. One level for more Punisher, which will be nice. I am thinking we'll be picking up, well, I know we're going to pick up some more Berserk, because that's just the buff to have. 2 points for more Adrenaline. Not ready for War Paint. And not enough points for Incite Rage. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like the days of getting multiple upgrades all in one go are kind of going by the wayside. Alright, to get to the Lost Woods to speak with the Hermit, we're going to have to pony up the cash at the stables. Which kind of blows, but that's where we're at. Alright, let's do this. I actually like the Lost
Woods are
Woods.
so vast and similar looking that you quickly lose track of where you are. It is said that only the hermit who lives here actually knows the way out of this forest.
Well, I kind of wish we had considered that before we came in. Tame both those tigers. Not sure if I really want to use them though. I mean, I'm sure they do more damage, but God, it's boring to use the mounts in this game. They're not fantastic. Oh man, I have not memorized the rune combos at all yet. So it is the True Fist. Wow, that's a extremely unhelpful buff.
Enemies.
Well, let's see. Okay, maybe not. That is powerful though. We're doing like 800, 600 for our hits here. Alright, fair enough. I underestimated that buff. It's so counterintuitive, man. How can you blame me?
Sensing a presence, you turn around. You see a man standing upon a rock. He immediately shouts, "I don't want trouble!" When you hand him the letter and explain your purpose, he grins confidently. He says the ancient dragon can't be revived. The ancient dragon sleeps in the illusionary lands as a fossil. It's impossible to go there, much less awaken the dragon. He tosses you several tomes and tells you to read them if you want to learn. Then he points to the path exiting the forest.
Totally not Tim the
Across
Enchanter.
underground lake, as the hermit advised. This seems like the safest way to leave the Lost Woods.
There we go. You know how I love aerial enemies. What we got here? Good lord. Potency and durability. That's a good one.
What?
God damn it, can't reach them. Okay.
Oh my.
I don't think there was a secret here. P and F. Oh dear. Petrify the flesh. Oh, interesting. We did not use it at the right time, but now I know. Back. Get back here. Oh, they're not quite done yet. Yeah, as you can tell, the potency of our Berserk Rage or whatever is increasing with every one of those upgrades that we allot to ourselves.
Oh yeah.
And therein lies the real benefit to that Insight Rage item that we've been leveling up. Because then we can immediately push ourselves into max Berserk.
If your boat is caught by a whirlpool, it will be destroyed. Avoid the whirlpools at all costs.
So here we go with another flying carpet-esque scenario.
Come at me.
Ambitious fish.
They're here.
So exciting, isn't it?
Enemies.
Punk-ass fish.
Enemies.
There we go. Are we ever gonna have to move our boat? There we go. Those are some serious damn fish. They can shake a boat like this. And cause me no end of irritation, apparently. And once they're on the boat, that's it. They're on the boat. Yep. Apparently we've reached the end of the section. That whirlpool doesn't count. If your boat does get destroyed, no worries, but it's best that you don't allow that to happen. As you can tell, these crystals are well worth breaking up. And I don't know, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe the quality of this chest, as with the flying carpet, is determined by how well you performed in not taking damage in the previous section. This might be a good area to farm if you were into that sort of thing. No, not true. That's not the best way to farm in this game. It's a system we haven't really run into yet, but now that the gate is no longer sending us to exact locations, we can engage in basically
Oh, I can do that. Enemies.
basically like a survival or an endurance mode, I suppose you could call it, where you can keep trying to take on multiple dungeons. Come on, buddy. There we go. You can take on multiple dungeons in order to get mounting bonuses and score bonuses and rewards and all that. And there's actually a really cool system of cooking food when you engage in that as well. Oh, I see. We probably have to combine that with other things we have. I couldn't figure it out. Sue me.
What?
Maybe there was just another glyph that I didn't see. Oh wow. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. GG. It's a strong weapon, the arquebus. You may want to have a couple shots of it too, because
A gazer's
god
line
damn,
up
this area's boss
Beware.
is awesome. Oh, yep, that shot went wide. Time to buff ourselves up a little bit. Gotta get away. Because that happens. Ah, don't give me that. Oh shit! What a pretty mouth. So this is actually, and I'm not demonstrating this very well at the moment, but this is actually one of the first bosses that really requires a bit of tactics to fight appropriately. And I am really, really not showing off said tactics at all. You don't want to deal with that if we can help it. Still on. Ah, crap. Are you done with that attack cycle yet, my friend? No, you'd rather just have a more irritating one. Oh boy. No, really. I'm not into it. Time to escape. This I hate. The magic missiles. Designed almost to ruin my berserk. There we go. A little rough, but I think towards the end I sort of pulled myself together.
You were able to defeat the extra-dimensional magical being known as a Gazer.
Or Beholder.
It dawns upon you that this is no safe route. In fact, this is likely the most dangerous route.
God damn it, Tim the Enchanter. It occurs to you that, God damn it, Tim!
You brought back the tomes on the ancient dragon that the hermit threw your way.
Alright, let's see what we were able to get for our trouble. So that junk, definitely praise that. Bonus 50% as fire damage isn't bad. Ignore armor on a chance basis. Both of these aren't terrible, but I definitely like the damage range of the igniting long spike much better. I'm just going to go ahead and sell these. There is always the potentiality that it's better than what I have just by virtue of being higher level item, but I think we'll do fine if we just take it easy.
The books you borrowed from the hermit are packed with research about the ancient dragon. Have Lucane look at them.
As you can tell, we're back to our original narrator for the time being.
Immediately, you and Lucane pour through the books on the ancient dragon. It is tough reading. Lucane summarizes for you.
The illusionary lands are a great land where the ancient dragon is sealed, along with Alicia's fortress.
He's got a very good Gandalf voice.
It is an immortal dragon, born alongside the deities. The goddess fossilized it and made it sleep for time indefinite.
All the tomes seem to corroborate that general idea, but a particular line in one of the books jumps out at you.
When the current Elysian king is sacrificed, the spell will be broken, and the ancient dragon will rise from its slumber.
Well, that sounds like a pretty straightforward description of our situation.
The memory of your meeting with the late king pops into your mind. He spoke of preventing himself from being sacrificed. King Dean's safety does not appear to be a given anymore. You speed to the castle, hoping against hope that he's there.
Oh, how can I help you?
Frantically, your mind offers myriad silent prayers to any deity you've ever heard of. You rush to meet King Dean.
This is my rushing pace.
Once again, only the princess appears before you. Vivian seems to have been waiting for you. She shows you a letter. I write this letter in the event something untoward transpires. The letter begins. You begin bracing for the worst. Dean's letter continues. I'm departing for a liaison with representatives of Mornion to obtain the Dragon's Crown. Hydeland is in grave peril, and though I've reservations, I've accepted Mornion's terms to serve the greater good. You
What
now know
a
the sum of
colossal
all your
dipshit.
fears has been realized. Mornion lured him to the illusionary lands and sacrificed him.
Well, he kinda deserves it for being such an
A
idiot.
spark of hope arises. The illusionary lands have been sealed off. Perhaps the dragon won't be a threat to the realm. Unfortunately, Lucane immediately extinguishes your spark of hope. He opens a dusty volume and directs you to a passage.
The ancient dragon will gradually regain its strength. When at full strength, it will have dominion over all magic.
This includes the rune magic that holds it prisoner. There's no escaping it. The ancient dragon threatens all life. It's only a matter of time before the ancient dragon regains its strength and can leave the illusionary lands. The ancient dragon must be stopped before it regains its strength. However, the dragon is nigh invulnerable now. Lucane points to an image in the book and tells you to look for talismans. They will weaken the dragon's defenses. The Elysian king received these 9 gems from the goddess Althena. The 9 talismans are scattered throughout the world. Only the strongest and the most diligent will find them. You must go to each area and overcome a difficult trial to collect the talismans. You need the 9 talismans to
okay,
defeat
we'll let
the
him talk.
ancient dragon.
Alright folks, so here we are officially at the halfway point of Dragon's Crown. So the deal is that we have to revisit each and every area we have already been to. Only this time we will have a branching path opportunity where we go along the B route. The B route is more difficult and features new areas and new bosses. So it's basically a whole nother half to the game. And as per a mid-RPG story, we have to go and collect a bunch of MacGuffins in order to stand up to the threat of evil which is looming. And I guess one thing I really want to say about all this is, what?
Samuel says that he needs to talk to you. As an experienced adventurer, he wishes to impart some advice to you.
For that, how? So this seal is, or rather the ancient dragon's resurrection is impossible unless what was it, Elysian king is sacrificed. Who made that up? The goddesses, I assume? Like any king? Because as we've seen already, the distinction or the determining factor for who is king is pretty janky. It didn't have, it's not like some special royal bloodline per se. Like, I guess Dean is related to the previous king, but it could have been someone who completely wasn't. Mornion would have preferred that almost, since I assume they were working with the prime minister and the knights from that other region I forget the name from are those knights we keep seeing appear alongside Mornion mages and so on. So, I don't know. I know it's a simple, straightforward story, but this sacrifice a king, or the king of this land, and somehow that undoes the magic seems... I don't know. The goddesses probably could have made it a little bit more difficult. a little more specific and esoteric than that, but whatever. I assume that Dean didn't know this when he decided to go to the fucking demon-worshipping people's lair to obtain the dragon's crown, which... Why did he think they were going to give that to him? What kind of deal was he expecting to cut that would be for the, quote, greater good, unquote? Meh. Fuck Dean. He deserves to die. For being such a complete oaf. But I guess that's behind us, so whatever. Samuel, what you got to say, my friend?
He says you must be prepared for anything in battle. So he used to keep a variety of weapons for each situation. He gives you a pack so you can organize yourself. You can equip the pack's contents during your adventure. If you feel like you require more organization, you can purchase more packs from Morgan's shop.
Oh yeah. Now that is good news. Multiple new quests. Let's see. Canaan Temple. Oh, resurrect 30 sets of bones. I guess we'll queue that one up. Wallace's Underground Lab. 10 killer fish. Ancient Temple ruins. That's a good one to start on. And we can get some fish there. How many quests can we accept, I wonder? Is there a limit? Okay, there's our limit. It's just fine, we can do the Lost Woods last. Alright, so let's cap this episode off by reading up on our new challenges. Search and Resurrection. The Church of Althena, the governing body of the Canaan Temple, is trying to expand their efforts to gain followers and glorify their goddess, Ez. They are striving to show the populace the power and achievements of Althea's miracles by resurrecting adventurers at the temple. However, the monks' prayers do not reach the adventurers who have perished within the dangerous labyrinths. If their bones are left uninterred for too long, the death god will come and reap their souls swiftly. Bring back as many bones as possible from the labyrinths in the monk's stead and resurrect them at the temple. How can this religion not have every follower if they can resurrect the dead? Alright, reacquire research. Ricky, the rodent apprentice of the magician Wallace, submitted a request for you. Since his master's passing, his research into the evolution of species has been abandoned. His work was secreted away inside a treasure box, which itself was locked in a cage, and only the diminutive Ricky had the key. However, he has since lost the key. Apologies. He would like you to open the treasure box and reacquire the research. To access the treasure box, you will need to step on the colored switches in this order: red, yellow, navy, and purple. Ricky has specifically requested you for this job as he feels that you are the only one he can trust. And we've been opening that chest for a while now, so that should be easily done. Kill killer fish. Killer fish are doing much damage to the fishing industry. These finned fiends swarm once every few years, consuming all the fish, and sometimes humans, that they can find. These damned things are out in especially high numbers this year, and the fishermen brave enough to attempt to deal with them are getting slaughtered. I need you to go out and exterminate these killer fish from the local waterways. Easy again. Draconic history. The fire-breathing dragon is a frightful creature made by the gods in the days of legends. The dragons, with their overwhelming power, once ruled the land. However, since the ancient dragon was sealed by the goddess, they decreased in number. They do still exist, and they are quite powerful though. Recently, a piece of writing written in Elysian times concerning the origin of dragons was uncovered in the ancient temple ruins. I'd like you to search for other artifacts or other ancient works that contain information regarding the origin of dragons. And finally, for the time being, the owlbear menace. If you ever happen upon an owlbear in the forest, it will invariably attack you. This is known. These creatures were birthed as part of some ungodly experiments. They escaped into the forest and have been breeding ever since. Owlbears' numbers have increased as of late, and they are no longer confining themselves to the forest. Some are even reporting that councils of owlbears are visible from their homes, and that fierce owlbear attacks are wreaking havoc upon their townsfolk and their trade. I will need you to cull the owlbear population so they will no longer stray from their habitat to find food. An owlbear is mine, and I'm sure many others' all-time favorite example of a wizard did it. It's still stuck on 1 point, so that'll be enough of that. Alright guys, that will be it for this episode. Starting in the next episode, we are going to be investigating the all-new branches of these areas and collecting talismans for ourselves. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you watch again, and as always, peace. Randy, what should I do at the end of the episode? I usually do something. I'm sure her back hurts. I'm positive of it.